Most people go looking for the one thing, the one tip, the one app, the one strategy that is going to fix their money situation. And I get it. It feels like there should be a shortcut somewhere. But here's what I actually watched my mom do. I grew up watching this happen in real life. So today, I'm going to break it down exactly the way I understand it, because I think if you can see these three things clearly, you will understand why skipping even one of these slows everything else down. But here's what I actually watched my mom do. She did not find a shortcut. She found a system. And the system has three parts. She calls them the three ingredients of wealth: live on less than you make, create the margin, and let time work. Those are the three things, and here is what makes them interesting. None of them work as well alone. They work because of each other. You need all three things at the same time, or the whole thing slows down. Think of it like a recipe. If you skip one ingredient, you do not just get a slightly different result, you get something completely different from what you were trying to make. My mom did not skip any of them for almost a decade, and the results are real. This sounds obvious, and this is exactly why most people look over it. Living on less than you make does not mean being miserable. It does not mean never buying anything you want. It means that every single month something is left over. The gap exists. My mom tracked every receipt for one full month. Every single one. Not to judge herself, but to see. Because you can't fix what you can't see. What she found was that the money was not disappearing in one big dramatic way. It was disappearing in small, forgettable ways. A subscription she forgot about. A grocery store she shopped at out of the habit that charged more than the one 2 blocks over. Small things that felt harmless one at a time added up to a real leak. She called this process plugging the holes in your pockets. And when the holes were plugged, the money that was just leaving stayed. She did not make more, she just stopped losing it. This is how ingredient one works. It is not about earning differently, it is about losing less. And once you stop losing it, there's something left over to actually work with. Ingredient two, create the margin. The margin is the gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap is everything. Everything comes from it. Investing comes from it. The emergency fund comes from it. Travel came from it for us. Every financial goal my mom ever hit started inside that gap. There are exactly two ways to grow the margin: make more or spend less. My mom did both, but the spending less side, that is where she built the whole system. She calls it when, where, how. It is the way she approaches every purchase. When? She only buys when the price is right. She knows sales cycles. She waits for things to drop before buying. If it is not on sale and not urgent, she waits. The sale always comes. Where? She knows which stores give the best value on the things she actually needs. Different stores have different strengths. She shops intentionally, not out of habit. Loyalty to a store that is not giving you value is a hole in your pocket. You just can't see it. How? This is the most interesting one, in my opinion. My mom pays utility bills, gas, groceries, and travel expenses on a cashback rewards credit card. The money is always set aside to pay it. The card is just the method. She pays the full balance every single month. She never pays $1 of interest ever, and at the end of the year, she collects the cashback reward. She is getting paid back on money she would have spent regardless. She shares this as something that only works with complete monthly payoff discipline. If you carry a balance and pay interest, the asset flips to a liability immediately. The how only works when the discipline is already there. Combined, when, where, how made every dollar in our house work harder. That is how the margin grew, not from a raise, from awareness applied to every single purchase. Ingredient 3, time. This is the one you can't get back. Compound interest is time dependent. The longer your money is invested, the harder it works. not linearly, exponentially. There is a real difference between starting at 22 and starting at 32 that no amount of catching up can fully close. My mom started investing in her early 30s and has said she wishes she had started sooner. Not because she did anything wrong, because she understands the math now. Time is the multiplier. I am 14, I invest $50 every single month into an S&P 500 index fund. That is not a travel fund. That is a long-term wealth habit I started because I watched my mom and I understand what time does to money when you let it work. Dollar cost averaging. Investing the same amount every month, no matter what the market is doing, is how both of us invest. When the market drops, your money buys more. When it rises, your portfolio grows. Either way, you are moving forward. You just never stop. This is the third ingredient, and the reason it is last is because it only activates when the first two are already running. You need the margin to invest, and you need to be living below your means to have the margin. All three are connected. Here's the thing that actually gets me when I think about this. Most people are not broke because they earn too little. They are broke because the three ingredients are out of order. They are trying to invest without a margin. They are trying to create a margin without knowing where the money is going. And they are waiting for more time while time is already passing. You can't skip to ingredient 3 without doing 1 and 2 first. The order matters. And consistency matters more. My mom did not do something extraordinary. She did something ordinary, correctly for almost 10 years, and that is actually the extraordinary part. If you watched this whole thing, you already know more about how wealth actually builds than most people twice your age. The three ingredients are not complicated. They are just consistent, and consistent is hard, not because the steps are hard, but because nobody ever showed you the steps in the first place. That is what this channel is for. My mom figured this out. We've lived doing it together for nearly a decade. 20 countries across 5 continents, a $25,000 emergency fund, 35% of her income invested every month, real results from real decisions made consistently over real time. I'm sharing all of it because you deserve to know this a long time ago. If this helped, subscribe to Wandering Vienna. I put out a short every single day and a long video regularly. Share this with someone you think needs to hear it and drop a comment. I want to know which of the 3 ingredients you are working on right now. I'm Vienna. This is Wandering Vienna. There is always more to explore.